From the WYLN studios in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, WYLN Evening Edition at 5:30 starts right now.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, January 4th, 2017. I'm Ann Gownley. I killed the cop. That was the text sent by Jason Robinson, of the suspect who allegedly shot and killed PA State Trooper Landon Weaver, to his son's mother. According to police, Weaver went to Robinson's home on Friday to investigate a report that he had defied a protective order given to him in April by texting his son's mother. Sherry Robinson, Jason's mother, told investigators that her son and Weaver were in a mudroom next to the kitchen. He entered the kitchen and pulled out a small black gun from his pants. Sherry questioned her son and then heard a pop and saw Weaver fall face down into the kitchen. She then yelled to her boyfriend, who called 911. According to police, 15 minutes after the incident is when he sent that text. Robinson added, "Shot him twice in the head. He is dead. I love you. I always will. And goodbye, my sweetheart. I'm sorry." Police found Robinson in a mobile home nearby the next morning. He was shot and killed by police after he refused orders and made threats. The gun that he used to shoot Weaver was a stolen .32 caliber Beretta semi-automatic handgun. The gun owner's son, 28-year-old Bradley McMullen, said that he stole the gun from his father and gave it to him for 5 opioid pills. McMullen is facing charges and is behind bars on $25,000 bail. The murder case against former professional wrestling star Jimmy Superfly Snuka has been dismissed. Lehigh County Judge Kelly Benach ruled he's incompetent to stand trial. Snuka is in hospice care, according to his wife. The 73-year-old wrestler was hospitalized again on December 17th due to reoccurring infections. Snuka was charged with the 1983 killing of his then-girlfriend. He'd been diagnosed with dementia last year. Mass murderer Charles Manson is ill. He was taken from a prison in California to a hospital for an undisclosed medical issue. One says he's seriously ill but couldn't provide specifics. Officials with the Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation declined to comment. Manson and other members of his so-called family were convicted of killing actress Sharon Tate and 6 other people in the Los Angeles area in 1969. Prosecutors said that Manson and his followers were trying to entice a race war that he believed was in the Beatles song Helter Skelter. Manson has been in prison since 1971. He's now 82 years old. Officials say he had hundreds of rules violations. One of his followers, Lynette Squeaky Rome, tried to assassinate then President Gerald Ford in 1975. 140. That's the expected number of fatal drug overdoses in Luzerne County when everything's totaled. And that would be a new record. So says County Coroner Bill Listman. He says the number has doubled in 2 years. Listman's office handled 137 confirmed overdoses last year and is awaiting lab test results on 3 more likely deaths. That's an increase of 45 over the previous record high of 95 last year. There were 67 overdose deaths in 2014 and 70 in 2013, and officials say that trend may continue into 2017. Pennsylvania's distressed cities can be helped by a combination of 3 things. Governor Wolf said yesterday that providing school property tax relief, targeting state economic aid, and easing municipal pension debt could potentially fix the problems cities across Pennsylvania are facing. Wolf says there is interest in Harrisburg in achieving property tax relief, and the key to it is getting a bill in the right form. It would help cities like Scranton by cutting the biggest tax bill that residents pay, and it would also increase property values. The House passed a bill last session to replace nearly $5 billion worth of property taxes with higher state income and sales tax, while the Senate narrowly rejected a bill to eliminate property taxes with that same combination of a higher state taxes. Regional Congressman Lou Barletta voted against the proposed move to defang an independent office which investigates congressional ethics. House Republicans voted 119 to 74 to replace the federal Office of Congressional Ethics with an Office of Congressional Complaint Review that reports to the House Ethics Committee. That committee is controlled by House members. Barletta said an independent panel is always best and that if you don't violate the public trust, then you should have nothing to fear from outside watchdog groups in casting one of the 74 votes against the move. The Office of Congressional Ethics was set up by House Democrats when they controlled the chamber in 2008. While little noticed, it has been criticized for not following due process and for allowing members to lob bombs of ethic violation charges at House members, sometimes anonymously. In the end, the move was severely criticized by President-elect Donald Trump and dropped. With the new years comes newly appointed positions and newly elected officials. The Banks Township Supervisors held a reorganizational meeting last night and appointed a new fire chief. The Banks Township Supervisors met twice a month. They hold their work sessions on the first Tuesday of the month and their regular monthly meetings on the second Monday of the month. Chairman of the Banks Township Supervisors, Joe Clark, explains what happened at last night's meeting.
Basically, it's just a reorganization meeting. There was no public business conducted. The appointments basically are the same as last year. The only change, our fire chief now will be Robert Leshko. He's the chief of the merged fire companies, and that's the only change in our lineup of people who will be serving the community for the next year.
There is a time change to next week's regularly scheduled meeting.
We meet the second Monday of every month at 6 p.m. here in the community room in the Tresco Hosey. However, next Monday, the meeting will be at 7. Mr. Perpiglia, our vice chairman, has a work conflict next Monday, so that's the only meeting that'll be held at 7. Others will be held at 6 here on a Monday, second Monday of the month.
And the Banks Township monthly meeting is next Monday at 7 in the community room at the Tresco Fire Company. Wilkes-Barre City Council reorganized last night and elected Beth Gilbert as chairwoman and Tony Brooks as vice chairman. Gilbert and Brooks were both elected to council in 2015 and took office last year. Gilbert, the youngest council member at 22, will succeed Bill Barrett as chairman. Brooks, the only Republican, will succeed Mike Merritt as vice chairman. The votes were unanimous and no one else was nominated for either position. Brooks and Gilbert say they support the decriminalization of marijuana and favor downgrading possession of small amounts of it from a misdemeanor to the summary offense. Both also said they'd like to see Mayor Tony George attend council meetings. Gilbert said she continues to support an independent investigation into City Police Chief Marcella Landacki as requested by the Police Benevolent Association. Brooks said he would love to see council work on preservation of historical sites. Rush Township has a new police chief. Supervisors named former Schuylkill County Coroner Joseph Lisbeth. Lisbeth's start date is January 9th. His annual salary will be $65,000. He is a retired state trooper with 31 years of experience. He also served one term as county coroner and worked for the Schuylkill County District Attorney's Office. He is the department's only full-time officer. If you own a cat, you will want to pay very close attention to a cat food recall announced today by the J.M. Smucker Company. The different types of cat foods that are being recalled are up on your screen now and include 9 Lives TM, Ever Pet TM, and Special Kitty TM canned food due to low levels of vitamin B1. The issues were discovered by the quality assurance team during a review of production records at the manufacturing facility. So far, no illnesses relating to this issue have been reported, and the product is being recalled. The affected product was distributed to a limited number of retail customers from December 20th of 2016 through January 3rd of 2017. If you purchased any of the cat food being recalled, stop feeding it to your cat and call the J.M. Smucker Company at 1-800-828-9980. Time now for a first look at our forecast. The temperatures are following, but at least the rain stopped for now. Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is in the Weather Center with the details. Joe, what can we expect temperature-wise over the next several days?
It is going to be downright cold across our area. Temperatures will be falling well below where we should be for this time of year. But the question is, will we see any storms with these colder temperatures we'll be having? I'll let you know with the complete 7-day forecast coming up in just a few. Ann.
Thanks, Joe. Coming up next, Carbon County employees are getting raises and a new fire tax for Packer Township. Plus, the Hazelton Active Adult Center was hopping today as many gathered to celebrate the holidays. More news, weather, and sports is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
You're watching WYLN News with Ann Gownley, video journalists Mike Lula and Julie Stefanovich, Paula Degnan, Gary Perna, Abby Piskel, and Aaron Harvey. Sports with Eric DeBerardinis and John Eric Poli, and weather with Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Discover MMI Preparatory School and you'll discover why so many families start their children in our middle school. Personalized attention and a track record of success. Join us at visitation night and then register for our entrance and merit scholarship exam. Log on to MMIprep.org and listen to parents say why they chose MMI.
I absolutely would recommend MMI to others. It's a great experience, an awesome education, and your kids will be happy.
Carbon County employees are getting a 3% raise to start off the new year. The salary board met Tuesday and set the higher salaries. It also created a few new positions and abolished several existing ones. The highest paid of the new positions are county detectives in the $22 an hour range. Most of the others are in the $14 an hour range. The salary of the chief deputy coroner was changed from $1,200 a year and $75 per investigation to $7,000 a year. A third assistant district attorney was also established at $35,000 a year. Also created, it was a part-time victim witness coordinator position at a rate of $13.43 an hour. In the public defender's office, the position of assistant public defender was at $35,000 a year, and that was established then. Packer Township supervisors have created a new fire tax. In effect, what they've done is to dedicate millage specifically to fire protection. Overall, the property tax millage rate is 1.3. Of that, 0.5 mils is for the general fund, 0.1 is for the special fund, which is the municipal building. 0.7 mils is for fire protection. That's the new portion of it, and it does represent a tax increase, the first since 1983. Supervisors William Swinberg said the new fire millage is due to an agreement with Weatherly and the Citizens Fire Company No. 1 to provide fire protection. The 3-year pact will cost the township just under $53,800. The State House will start a 2-year session with an open seat. Democrat Leslie Acosta is technically still a member, but that's because her resignation hasn't yet taken effect. She's resigning over her guilty plea to a federal money laundering charge. Because of her case, the House tightened its ethics rule to make it easier to boot lawmakers who plead guilty to charges. Under the new rule, a House member who pleads guilty or no contest or is found guilty of a crime related to the office, the leader of his or her party's caucus could request a resolution of expulsion, which would appear on the next day's calendar. Acosta secretly pleaded guilty last spring to a federal embezzlement charge, but her conviction only came to light last fall after it was reported by the Philadelphia Inquirer. Because it came to light so late, she not only retained her office, she won re-election too, it without facing opposition. Acosta initially resigned from top Democrats, including Governor Wolf, to resign until finally giving up the ship last month. House members would like to prevent a repeat. Her seat will remain vacant until the House schedules a special election, which will most likely coincide with the spring primary. Coming up next, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik is back with a full look at our forecast. Plus, our Abby Piskel takes us to the Hazelton Active Adult Center, where seniors were celebrating the new year together during their annual holiday party. All that and more, plus sports with John Eric Poli is coming your way here on WYLN. Stay tuned.
Graziano's restaurant offers casual dining with a menu that will please your appetite. Everyone enjoys Graziano's. Join the crowd, have fun, and enjoy a fabulous dining experience. They have a full menu to choose from, catering for up to 40 people. Special orders are accepted. Located at Rose and Hazel Streets, Beaver Meadows. Call them at 570-455-9116. Lehighton Kia for your new or used car, truck, or SUV. They showcase a variety of vehicles like the Kia Rio, an eye-catching Cadenza, the sporty Optima, or Soul, the Forte lineup, along with the Sorrento and Sportage with a bold array of features. And stop in to see the all-new subcompact Nero, a hybrid utility crossover vehicle. Ask about specials and incentives, and you can't beat the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Lehighton Kia, 21 Blakesley Boulevard in Lehighton. Call them at 610-377-1570.
Hold on a second.
Baby's coming.
Now?
Yes, now.
Call you back. Did she go to the hospital?
Yeah, just a few minutes ago.
Your wife's having the baby.
What?
The baby. Go. I got this.
You're sure?
It's what I did when I started this place.
We know what went into building your wealth. Our financial advisors put the same care into helping you craft a plan to manage it. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far.
Well, hopefully you got a chance to enjoy the milder weather while it lasts, because that is going to be the end of it. We have some very cold weather to talk about. We're in January. We can expect it for this time of year. And before all said and done, we're going to be struggling just to make it out of the 20s for daytime high temperatures, and some of those overnight lows dropping down into the teens, and even the possibility of a few single digits. Let's get on to the numbers now. And it is windy out there. The winds are really whipping up across our area. But temperatures still continuing to remain in the 30s. But even though they're in the 30s with those winds, it is, of course, making it feel colder than what the actual air temperature indicates across our area. But again, these numbers that you see today, well, if you like those milder temperatures, you can say goodbye to them. Today is the last, because tomorrow is going to be much different across our area. Temperature-wise, how did we do today? About 40 degrees. It was pretty nice out there early this morning. And since then, temperatures have fallen, and they continue to fall across our area, and they'll continue to do so right through the overnight hours. Wind gusts about 33 miles per hour. Throughout the state of Pennsylvania, we got the colder air moving in. We still see some 40s out there, even some lower 50s down by Philly, southeastern Pennsylvania. But again, now it's getting colder. That colder weather out toward the west is making its way toward the east. In fact, out toward the west, you can see temperatures now only in the 20s. That's an indication of that colder air making its way into our area. And look at those winds. These are sustained winds, not including the wind gusts. Yeah, it's making it feel colder than the actual air temperature indicates. Very blustery and windy across our area. Now, big changes coming in the 7-day forecast starting tomorrow. Only 23 for the high, and then 23 as we go into our Friday and Saturday. How about Sunday and Monday? Boy, we're not going to get out of the teens for daytime high temperatures. Some of those overnight lows, lower teens, some single digits. But the good news is, by the middle part of next week, it looks like it'll start to get a little bit milder across our area. We should get back up into the 30s for daytime highs. We'll have more for you coming up after this break.
Weatherwood is a privately owned 200-bed nursing and rehabilitation center in the quiet town of Weatherly, Pennsylvania. The rehab center offers the highest level of personalized care for your therapy experience. Whispering Meadows is a 50-bed secure dementia unit in our facility. Weatherwood also offers Medicare-certified home health care services within the community, including therapies, skilled nursing, and certified nursing assistants. Whether you need short-term, long-term, or respite stay, call or stop by for a tour. 570-427-8683.
The Victoria Story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy at making fine candy for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land that Victoria's candies would one day be leading the rest. Now that day is here, for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Sal's Septic Service for cesspools and septic tank cleaning, and Marola's Garage for car and truck inspection and repairs. If it has wheels, Marola's can fix it. Call Sal's Septic and Marola's Garage at 570-956-4782.
Connects Janitorial Service, carpet cleaning, tile, linoleum, hardwood floor refinishing. Also office and home cleaning for dependable service. Call Connects Janitorial Service 570-788-2748.
Today, senior citizens around the Hazleton area celebrated the new year with a special party. WYLN's Abby Piskel has the details.
Members of the Hazleton Active Adult Center gathered together today for their annual holiday New Year's celebration. The event was originally planned for last week, but due to bad weather conditions, it got moved to today. The festivities included food, fun, and entertainment from Adam Scuba with a photo booth and plenty of decorative hats for the guests to choose from.
Some people don't get out for the holidays, and so we try to, for the holidays, host, throughout the year different parties. In the summer we have a picnic, so it's nice for them, and this way, they get to have some fun.
One member who has been going to the center for years says that the parties are always a great time and she can't wait for the next one.
I look forward to these parties. I love these parties, and I've been coming here for like 6-7 years. This is how long I've been at the center. So I enjoy coming and enjoying these parties, and I look forward to them. The next one I hope we have will be Valentine's Day.
With a new year always brings New Year's resolutions and hopes for a prosperous year.
I hope everyone here changes and has a good year and has a prosperous year. And everybody has good luck and health and happiness as the years go by.
These events are only one of the many activities that the Hazleton Active Adult Center organizes. They also hold bus trips and other activities to keep seniors active.
This year we have all kind of things going on. We have speakers. We always do every month blood pressure and blood sugar clinics. We host all different kinds of, people coming in, topics, casino, bus trips to dinner theaters. So we always have something going on.
If you're interested in partaking in any of the events, you can call the center at 570-459-1441, or you can visit them at 24 East Broad Street in downtown Hazleton, Monday through Friday from 8 until 4. In Hazleton, for WYLN News, I'm Abby Piskel.
Thank you, Abby. Coming up next, John Eric Pola is in for Eric DeBerardinis with sports here on WYLN. Plus, Chief Meteorologist Joe Garbacik will have one final look at our forecast. Stay tuned.
Discover MMI Preparatory School, and you'll discover why so many families start their children in our middle school. Personalized attention and a track record of success. Join us at visitation night and then register for our entrance and merit scholarship exam. Log on to MMIprep.org and listen to parents say why they chose MMI.
I absolutely would recommend MMI to others. It's a great experience, an awesome education, and your kids will be happy.
Northeast Gold and Silver inside the Churchill Mall is paying cash for gold and silver. Top dollar for silver coins, national currency, fine and sterling flatware. Stop in or call them at 570-497-4177.
It's time to find your copy of the Freeland Progress. Look inside for information on the Pennsylvania Dart Tournament and more. The Freeland Progress is free at locations throughout Freeland, Whitehaven, Blakesley, Berwick, Cunningham, Drums, and the Hazleton area.
The Nanticoke girls wanted to be back in the state playoffs again this season, and in order for the Trojanettes to do that, they'll have to play at a high level, which is something they definitely did last night. Nanticoke hosting Hanover. According to Google Maps, the schools are just 4 minutes apart. Nanticoke will lose the opening tip, but they set the defensive tone right away. Just 5 seconds into the game, Nanticoke forces a turnover, and following the turnover, Lisa Radzik will hit from downtown, and the Trojanettes are up 3-zip. A few plays later, Nanticoke will go to the corner, and Riley Capaldo hits the triple, extending the Nanticoke lead to 8-0. Following a Hawkeyes timeout, Katie Bashinsky will get a steal and she passes to Capaldo, who gets the easy layup. Later on in the first, Alyssa Lewis will grab it, steal it, take it away, and then she'll top it off with 2 more Trojanette points. Nanticoke great on both offense and defense. They get the win 74-17. Every Wednesday we take a look at the plays of the week, and for this week it's girls basketball that dominates the plays of the week. Play number 4, Easton and Crestwood. Kara Phillips gets the ball on the block. She fakes left and spins right for 2 points for the Rovers. Number 3, Hanover had a bad game last night, but they had a great play from Victoria Benning, who makes a great spin move for the bucket. Back to Mountaintop for number 2, Easton will miss a shot, but they'll grab the board and dish it out to Michaela Roach. Roach blows right by the defender and gets the and 1 call. And our number 1 play goes to Nanticoke's Riley Capaldo. Capaldo will swipe it, and she goes coast to coast for a Trojanettes layup. Everyone was excited for West Grand and Penn State graduate Matt McGloin when it was announced that he would be the starting quarterback for the Oakland Raiders when Derek Carr got hurt. Well, that excitement was short-lived. McGloin injured his shoulder in Sunday's game against the Denver Broncos. The Raiders announced that Connor Cook will be the Raiders starter for this Saturday's game against the Texans. The Raiders are hoping McGloin will be healthy enough to back Cook up. And the Raiders head coach Jack Del Rio said McGloin is still pretty sore, and Cook played well last week, and he's the healthiest option, so it makes it a really obvious choice. Cook will be the first ever rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl era to start a playoff game with 0 career starts in the regular season. Also today, Marcus Robinson of the Wilkes University basketball team was given another honor. This time it was a regional setting as Robinson was named the ECAC North Player of the Week. That's a check on sports. Up next, Joe Garbacik is back with another look at her forecast.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Chura's Auto Sales has a great line of cars and trucks. Every vehicle is serviced, reconditioned, and inspected. Chura's Auto Sales offers you experience, quality, and service. Stop in today, North Broad Street and Susquehanna, West Hazelton.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
I'm Gary Perna. I was born and raised here in Clare, Schuylkill County. I'm proud to be a part of the Wyln team, and I'm excited to be part as Wyln brings communities together through the power of television.
Okay, so we're going to be dealing with some much colder temperatures the next several days, 20s, teens. That's all we can do for daytime high temperatures, and those overnight lows, it's even going to get worse. We're going to be looking at temperatures dropping down into the single digits and some lower teens out there. But I guess the good news is there's no storms or any significant precipitation over the next couple of days with those colder temperatures. And despite the sunshine, not going to do any good.
So no more rain?
No.
For now?
No. If anything, it'd be snow because it's going to be cold.
6 degrees, though. Check that out. Sunday into Monday, 6 degrees. But, you know, it's just, as you say,
early in the
it's
morning.
January. But I was just telling everyone, I was like,
one day closer to spring.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Hey, winter came
and
really
it'll go
fast,
soon.
and it'll go fast. So that's all we can hope for, I guess, if it's going to be cold out.
I'm hoping for it.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed just for you.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. No problem at all. We'll see what we can do for them. Have a good night, everyone.